What's up, KidsLife? Welcome to our series, Breaking News. Before Jesus came into the world, God spoke to his people through prophets.
But what are prophets, Grace?
Well, prophets heard God's plan and will for his people, and it was their job to deliver the message.
Oh, so it's not like a business prophet?
No, completely different thing.
Right. I think I understand now. And a lot of that was because people weren't always happy with what God was saying to them. And that was mainly because God was really trying to help them correct their behavior and actually help them to listen to him. And he spent a lot of time doing this.
A lot of time. In this series, we're going to learn all about the prophets and how God used them to deliver an important message to his people. God is a faithful God, and he always wants to help us live our best lives for him. It's going to be a wild ride.
A wild ride. Here we go. But first, let's do our memory verse. Our memory verse comes from 1 Corinthians chapter 16, verse 13. Be on your guard, stand firm in the faith, be courageous, be strong.
All right, KidsLife, let's get into Grow TV.
Oh, hey there, little chicken nuggets. It's me, Carl, and I'm here. Well, I'm not sure where here is.
Welcome to Grow TV, hosted by Carl, where we have fun with our friends, talk about Jesus, and go over everything the Bible has to offer. Now once again, welcome to Grow TV.
Hey, Carl. Carl? I wonder if I can call him from here.
Cassie, thank goodness, I need your help.
Where are you? We're supposed to have started Grow TV. I can't do this without you.
I think you might have to, Cassie. I don't know where I am.
What do you mean?
I mean, I'm lost. It's dark, creepy, and to be honest, I forgot my deodorant this morning, so I'm a little bit stinky.
Yuck.
You're telling me wearing the sweater feels and smells like a crochet blanket around a dumpster on a hot day.
Ew, gross. So how'd you get lost?
I don't know. I hate missing Grow TV.
Well, let's retrace your steps. What's the last thing you remember?
All right. I was sitting there waiting for Grow TV to start. I was playing that game where I act like my thumbs are real people. Remember that game?
Yeah, I remember. What happened next?
Well, then I said to myself, I'm hungry. So I decided to go to the fridge and try to find myself something to eat.
Okay.
When I got there, I couldn't believe what I saw.
What was it?
Something so glorious, so beautiful, so magnificent.
Carl.
It was ice cream. A whole pint of ice cream.
Oh no, you ate all of it, didn't you?
I ate all of it. I walked around and ate the whole thing. Then the next thing I know, I got super tired and then I woke up in here.
Where's here?
I don't know. It's dark. I can't see. I'm lost, Cassie.
You sound a lot like what Ezekiel wrote about in this week's story.
What do you mean?
Well, in Ezekiel chapter 34, verses 11 through 16, we hear a lot about people being lost.
Really? People were lost? Even in the Bible?
They sure were. You see, the leaders of that time hadn't done a great job leading the people to follow God well. And when you don't have a good leader, what do you think happens?
You eat ice cream till you eventually fall asleep in an unknown location?
Well, I suppose, but you get lost. And a lot of people back in Ezekiel's times were lost.
That must be awful. I can't imagine what it would be like to be lost. What? What? Oh, I am lost. And it does feel awful. So what happened next?
Well, the passage goes on to talk about sheep and how sheep need a shepherd in order to stay with their family and friends, so they don't get lost.
Man, I wish I had a shepherd.
That's the thing, Carl. You do. You know who it is?
Captain America?
No, it's God. God is our shepherd.
Oh, duh. Of course. So do you mean that God is going to help me from getting lost?
Well, in life we may take the wrong turn down a hallway or make a bad decision, forget to speak up after seeing a friend get bullied. But God will always direct our paths and help us when we get lost in our lives.
Wow, that makes me feel so much better. Still smells like bad cheese in here, but I really do feel better knowing that when I'm lost, God guides me.
Carl, you just said our big idea.
What?
Today's big idea is, when I'm lost, God guides me.
So let's say it out loud on the count of 3. Ready? 1,
2,
3. When I am lost, God
guides me.
guides me. Woohoo!
So we know God's going to guide us through our life. But how do you think you're going to guide yourself out of wherever you're at, Carl?
Cassie, I really don't know. I guess I've just accepted my fate, and I'll live here for...
Carl?
Andy!
What are you doing?
Andy! I'm finally free! Thank you! That's all, kids. See you next week.
Why are you in a mop closet?
I don't know.
Thank you for watching, and tune in next week for a new episode of Road TV.
Wow, that was great. All about Ezekiel, who was this prophet from Judah who honestly lived during a pretty rough time in history. It was rough because the Israelites were being so disobedient to God that they had been exiled to a place called Babylon. And Babylon was anything but good.
Exiled means being sent away from a place where you live. This already sounds like some pretty bad news. However, the news that Ezekiel had was actually good. It was a message of hope for all those who felt lost.
God used Ezekiel to bring this good news that God is their shepherd and they are his sheep. And the job of a shepherd is to protect and care for his sheep. So Ezekiel was saying that even though they were like lost sheep, God was going to rescue them and bring them back to where they needed to be, in his hands.
When we feel lost, God will help us and guide us too. Sometimes we feel lost when we're experiencing something sad or painful. Sometimes we feel lost when we have difficult decisions to make, or when we can't hear from God. But Ezekiel tells us that God is our shepherd and he will care for us and guide us when we feel lost.
Wow, that's something we all can do. Why don't this week you try and go to God when you feel lost or that you need help? Sounds like a plan?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Kids Life, that's all for this week. Tune in next week. We got some great stuff coming up. Bye.